my phone, it's a note list for fun facts about me, and I only have one, and I can't think of any others.
I gave her an assignment in the last break because we started with her like we tend to do. We put her in the spot, which is talk about something serious. So I was like, we want to introduce you to we want people to see the fun side. So I was like, come up with 3 fun facts about you. I don't know if she'll have it ready for later in the show, maybe tomorrow, but we're gonna get to that.
How much time do you need to come up with 3 fun facts about
they
yourself?
gotta be fun though, David.
2 truths and a lie. Are we doing freshman orientation icebreakers today?
Honestly,
apparently David has 3 fun facts about himself right off the cuff. So go ahead.
Well, you all happen to know all of my 3 fun facts.
I don't.
My first fun fact is that I have many, many tattoos.
That's not a fun fact because I saw you walk in and I saw your tattoos.
I'm talking about in places where you didn't see.
I don't want to see that.
Okay.
You're right.
I don't think anybody.
The second fun fact is that I'm
Lucy.
way better at sports than people think, given my size.
Sneaky athletic.
I believe.
See, there you go. That's
a fun fact.
If you're laughing, that makes it a fun fact.
I dispute both the fun and the fact aspects of that.
Which
fun
3
fact.
sports are you the best at? Like, if you had to, which 3 are like those are the ones I'm the best at? Sneaky.
Ping pong?
I'll destroy you in ping pong.
You will not beat me in a game of ping pong.
We got to get this. I'm really good at ping pong.
So am I.
Okay. Oh, this would be great. Seriously, I want to do this. Who's that? Both of us for bragging about how good we are at ping pong?
Yes.
Okay. Next.
He's that guy's. Yeah.
2, cards.
Come on now.
Very good at spades and hearts and poker and things like that.
Poker?
That's a fun fact.
These so far fun facts are brags. That's what I'm getting.
Wait, isn't that what a fun fact is?
No.
What's a fun fact?
A fun
like I've
fact
got
is
one
like
ear?
I have a 4th nipple.
Oh.
Yes,
And a
like
third,
my
I guess.
A fipple.
my uncle is Alan Alda. Like that's a fun fact.
I'm related to Ray Romano.
That's an actual fun fact, and we learned that when you were at Tahoe and got drilled by a errant ball that he
Through
hit.
marriage.
Yeah.
You are related to Ray Romano?
Through marriage.
Have you spoken to him about Somewhere in Queens yet?
No. Well, we did. We had him on Cinephile, so yes, actually. Not off air. I thought you meant like real talk. Like
No, I
him and
meant like
'cause
at
I
a
know him.
Thanksgiving dinner.
No, we don't do Thanksgiving.
Chris just
together.
remembered he has another podcast.
Not this week.
That's true.
Way too much going on. And the third fun fact is that people do not realize how actually I feel about this show.
It's not a fun fact, David.
How is that fun?
Because people are not aware. Fun facts to me are things that people don't know about you that if they knew, it would give them greater insight into who you are. I thought that's the list you're working on, Lucy.
I think a fun
No.
fact is just like something that is just like actually fun.
I
And,
went
like,
to a taping of Maury once.
Oh, you know what I did? I went to a taping of the Wendy Williams show once.
Ooh, how was that?
It was amazing. I'm on camera.
Is
for
that a
part of it.
brag?
No, that is not
That's a
a
fun
brag.
fact.
That is actually just a fun fact.
So if I went to Saturday Night Live one time, I would use that as a fun fact?
Not as fun as Wendy Williams show.
That is more fun than I'm good at cards.
I think I have a different set of rules. That's all. But Lucy, you can break the ice here. Have you come up with anything yet?
I have 2 so far. One, I have an extra tooth right here. Extra tooth.
Like a higher.
It's. Do we want to see
Yeah.
I mean,
We
now
all
we
want to
do.
see it.
it? Okay, so.
Video team.
Whoa, I see it.
Do you see it, Tony?
It's kind of under the gum,
Yes,
above
I
her
can see it.
third lateral incisor.
Oh,
What are you, a
yes.
dentist?
Yeah, zoom in.
I don't know if it's a full
Zoom
tooth.
in.
It's like stuck up there.
Can you chew with it? If you put a
No.
steak up
Do you see
there
it?
and like kind of sloshed it, would it?
Oh,
This
no.
is a
Up
great
at all.
intro, everyone. Look inside my mouth.
Is there
I mean,
dental
you
insurance
could have hid it
coverage
from us.
at Meadowlark?
Yes.
Yes.
Great dental
Delta.
coverage.
That's great to know.
You're
been
going to
told
want to
anything.
maybe, on a hunch,
Okay.
No, my dentist said it was normal.
So
Then
it's not a fun
fact.
Let me
fact.
tell you,
What?
dentist,
No,
it's not
you don't
normal.
have one. You don't have one.
Fun fact, I got 16 teeth pulled when I was a little child.
What?
They wouldn't come out on their own.
what?
Yeah, not at once.
Your teeth didn't fall out?
No, my teeth were very,
What?
very crooked when I was a little kid. I think I've actually talked about this on like Mystery Crate or something before. But when you're a little kid, your big teeth are supposed to come from underneath and like grind down the root of your baby teeth, and then your baby teeth get loose and wiggle and they fall out. But that was not the case because my teeth were so crooked, and also I didn't lose my first baby tooth till I was like 9, which was like crazy because everyone else started losing them when they were like 4. But anyways,
So
I
you're
digress.
saying adult teeth like just essentially
They're in
lower
your
and like
s-
push
yeah,
the
I think
ones
you're
out?
you're born with them, like, and they are in your
They're just
skull,
like-
and then they come down.
Do you
Yeah.
remember the moment
Not
when
like
you were
fully sized,
taught
obviously, but
that there's only one set of teeth after you lose your baby teeth? Like, you better not screw around, because if you lose a adult tooth,
another one's not coming.
another one's
Unless
not
you're
coming.
Lucy, because
They could take one
she
from the
could- she could
bullpen.
afford
got
to
a
lose
backup.
one.
She has a bullpen.
She's
of
got
teeth.
that tire on the back of the Jeep.
But I would go to the dentist and they'd be like, well, your adult tooth is here, but your baby tooth hasn't come out yet. So they'd put me under and pull out the baby tooth, and the root was like 3 inches long. And my parents were like amazed by it.
Dude,
I had
teeth are
fangs.
disgusting, by the way. Like, you see them in person, you're like, oh, that's inside me. You look at the root, and it's like stringy and long and like an actual root of a tree. I had a tooth pulled in my back of my molar, and it was like 3 inches long. It's like, that's in there?
Does the tooth fairy come when there's a pulled baby tooth?
The tooth fairy would come when I was like 15, when I lost my last baby tooth, because my parents felt bad for me. I get like $2. They'd be like, here, go get a Starbucks.
Does the rate increase for pulled teeth? I was wondering with my own kids. I believe we had the same rate, regardless.
How much
of,
did you give your kids for their loose teeth, David?
I got
20s, hundos?
I got a quarter, and I gave $1, except the first tooth, which was $5.
Wow, I had the same thing. First tooth $5, and the rest I've given one.
The
Yep.
Kardashians.
My daughter.
The Kardashians
Kim
went
Kardashian.
viral on TikTok because they were giving their kids $100 per tooth. Ugh, that's wrong.
Well, their kids will otherwise be very well adjusted and fine, so.
I used to try to find the tooth fairy. I wanted to believe that there was a tooth fairy, so I wanted to catch
You
it.
like set a trap?
Because I didn't have Santa Claus. So for me, the only middle of the night visitor in my life was the tooth fairy. So I tried to set things in place to see if things would be moved.
So it's like the Nightmare Before Christmas, but instead of kidnapping Santa, you tried to kidnap the Tooth Fairy.
I actually had no
torture
interest in
him.
kidnapping, but I wanted to learn who it was.
This won't help for the audio audience, but I'm being told we have video of Pablo at the Wendy Williams show.
Yes!
So let's see here. We're looking up.
Yes!
There's Pablo dancing.
Wow!
How did you find that video?
Our
so
video
I
was
like
good.
the fist pump.
Yeah, gives just one fist bump to the sky. Like,
It was
yeah.
just like, I'm happy to be here.
like a
all-
Thundercat.
I want the audio audience to know that the big special treat that we got was not a T-shirt fired out of a cannon. It was a Twinkie watch handed out by this Twinkie. And I was celebrating the fact that I was about to receive a Twinkie watch.
And that's cooler than SNL.
Absolutely. This was like at
Way cooler.
8:30 a.m., by the way. It was like 30 degrees.
You're just
There
like,
were
I'm
no
so happy
clocks.
to
Do
be
they film
here.
it? Do they film in Stamford too? That's where Maury and Springer are.
I know you have gone. You went on a field trip to Stanford. No, this was like on the west side of Manhattan.
Huh.
And it was unforgettably amazing. So Lucy Rohden confessed just a segment ago that she had cried twice, was it? Twice in traffic?
I cry a lot.
Was that your third fun fact? I don't think we ever got to your third fun fact.
My second fun fact: I own a jukebox. Isn't that cool?
David, that is how you play
That's
the
a
game.
good fun fact.
That's a
It only
fun
plays
fact.
CDs, but it's very cool.
What's the CD? I'm just kidding.
I got it at an estate sale.
Oh, this is something I
Love
learned
estate
about
sales.
Lucy. She loves estate sales. So me and Lucy are about to be estate sale
What's estate
diving
sale?
this entire summer.
like prowling
Is it a garage
the
sale?
dead,
What you
To
got-
dead
persons.
But is that a
stuff.
yard
Stuff.
sale?
no,
No.
It's an so like
Like through Sotheby's?
Yeah, an estate sale is someone's estate. So somebody has died, and all their stuff is there, and I guess their family doesn't
Like in
want
Happy
it, or they don't know what
Gilmore.
to do it.
or they
Yeah.
don't have a will or like
Yeah.
no next of kin. So the state owns what is there, and
Yeah.
they try to sell it.
But where
I'm
is
the
it?
buyer
At the
their
person's
house.
house.
How do you get notified? Is there a special
Websites.
notification?
Lucy
I go
knows.
to like the estate sale website, and then I'll go look through the pictures and be like, "Ooh, I like their stuff," or they
very
have nice
dark.
style.
All
No,
the
it's
TikTok
really
girlies are
fun.
doing it. She's gonna show me how to do it because I've never done it.
Oh, this is
So
the thing that young people are doing because Lucy Rohden also is a young person.
Actually, I think it's more old people, but I'm always there.
Well, old
Like
people die.
Yeah,
It's trendy
they
for
die.
young
You
people,
swoop
though.
in.
Yeah, young people are getting into it, and it's so fun. It's like one of my favorite hobbies because you'll just go look through all this person's stuff, and some people have lived really cool lives, and you get to take part of that.
Not take part in it, just take part
Take
of
it,
it.
like literally take it.
You get to appropriate their accomplishments? So
Yeah.
like if you take a trophy, a tennis tournament trophy from their
Wait, you're
childhood.
worried about stolen valor here?
Yes. 100. That's the first
jukebox
thing that
was
occurred
it?
to me.
I don't know.
So
They
these aren't
had-
famous people.
No, just
just-
some random people. They had cool stuff. I also got a gumball machine.
Because you were going to ones in LA where there's a lot of
Are
like.
you decorating a Fuddruckers? What is happening?
Okay, it pretty much looks like that. I got the gumball. I got the gumball machine and I filled it with mini little disco balls.
I haven't thought about Fuddruckers in years. What a way to remember Fuddruckers.
It does. My apartment does kind of look like a Fuddruckers.
That Lucy is the funnest person in this whole goddamn building.
Oh my
is what
God,
I've learned
stop.
from
Keep
these
saying
facts.
nice things about me.
So the tears, though, were making me think about the last time that the rest of us have cried.
I cry all the time. I'm not good for this.
Okay, Lucy's crying all of the time.
The Marlins also took 2 out of 3 against the Phillies. Don't sleep on that. I mean, jeez.
I went to that game.
I went to one of those games.
You went to
too.
Marlins
You went
Park?
to a Marlins game?
I went to a Marlins game with my
No,
dad
but-
and my brother.
Wow.
I thought you wanted to be like a Miamian, like do things that people in Miami do.
Oh, that's
oh my God,
just
it was
terrible.
crazy.
You don't do that.
Okay, so the
Crowds
Marlins,
have actually been good.
No, it was all Phillies fans. There was like 4 Marlins
Whoa,
fans there.
whoa. It always. I hate when people do this. You see a good amount of Phillies. It's still like 15% or
No,
10%.
it was all
David,
of it.
give the numbers. It always feels. You see a lot of
I
red
believe
around.
Lucy.
It's not actually
For
50%.
for Phillies, it's way more than 50%.
Told you.
I
Dude,
believe the
I was
person who's
there-
not wearing a Marlins cap
I was
right
there
now.
yesterday. There was a lot of Phillies fans. It is not 50%.
Because
was
you have to think
70.
about the number of season ticket holders is really low. So let's say it's 7,000 at most, but it's really fewer than that. When you're getting crowds in-house of 15 to 20, the majority of that is going to be opponent related, and that's why
It also could
happens-
be the team being good related.
Well, so tell me, what was the best thing about Marlins Park?
Not the best thing, but maybe one of the worst things. I walked around that stadium. Sorry,
That's
I
the
want to talk
opposite
about
for-
this. I walked around the stadium forever looking for a good stadium lemonade and could not find one. I was so
Lemonade?
upset. Yeah.
I've never heard that
Yeah,
as
like
a
when you go
request
to
from
like a
anyone
little,
before.
when you go get
just
the
what
little
everyone
lemonade
wants, a hot dog and some
stand at
lemonade.
a baseball game, and there was no good lemonade stand. We walked around the whole thing.
I haven't had lemonade since I was like 3.
A
You're missing
full
out.
lemonade stand is what you're expecting at a ballpark?
Yes.
That sells nothing but lemonade.
They
Are we
could
talking
sell pretzels,
frozen lemonade?
too.
Because I can get with some frozen lemonade. Are we
Any
talking
type
frozen?
of lemonade.
How about frosé?
They had a frozen lemonade spot, but they were all out of lemonade. I was furious.
If you came to me with a suggestion while building Marlins Park and figuring out where all the concession stands were going to be, that there was going to be a lemonade stand.
I do now appreciate that Lucy has unknowingly been talking to the Willy Wonka of Marlins Park, who designed it for all of these needs and specifications, only to realize that you have been sorely disappointed by the magic that he has constructed.
No lemonade. That's all I wanted.
In your face.
We were driving there, and I literally was like, I am so excited for the lemonade I'm going to have today.
But what'd you like about the ballpark?
That's a great question as well. The seats were really good, and it was cold. It was cold
All right,
in
she
there.
hated it.
It
Yeah.
was cold in there, which was really
This has gone
nice.
very badly.
The
It's
seats
amazing,
were
actually.
good.
The seats are good 'cause
Introduction
no
to
one was
Marlins
there.
baseball.
Lucy, I'm just going to ask you in a separate way. How were the sight lines?
Oh God.
Like seeing the city? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the sight lines for you watching the action.
What about the
from
time
where
that you may have
seats
needed
were?
to wait to use a women's restroom compared to where you were sitting, which could be,
Great question.
yeah, very.
It was probably like a minute because we had seats that were they were good seats. My dad's hey, if I'm going to a game, I need good seats type of guy. It was probably like a minute and a half walk for me to the bathroom, which was nice.
I'm also that kind of guy. If I'm gonna go through all
Yeah.
the trouble, give me some decent.
And if you're
seats.
gonna sit behind home plate at a Marlins game, I mean, you can at least cough up $30, right?
Speaking of coughing, is David Sampson okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I figured out a fun fact that I'd like to present to the crowd. Here's a fun fact. Every seat at Marlins Park is aimed toward right in front of the pitcher's mound. The sight line goes to right in front of the pitcher's mound, not to home plate, not to second base.
Wait a minute. So you just asked her that, so she would say it's the best sight line I've ever seen.
I
100%.
wanted her to say that the angle of my seat,
1,000,000%.
that what I was looking at, I could see the game better than any other stadium.
At old Marlins Park, you'd be like facing this way,
You'd be
and the
facing
home
the
plate would
wrong
be like
way.
that way.
The thing I love about
It'd be
Wrigley
like-
Field is when you show up and you end up sitting behind a pole and you can't see anything, but you're like, I don't care, I'm at Wrigley Field. I'm gonna have
charm
an old
of
style
Wrigley.
and eat a crappy hot dog, and it doesn't matter.
They have to call that an obstructed seat by law. So I assume your ticket.
Yeah, when you go on StubHub, it's like, here's your view of the seats, and there's a pole right there. It's great.
So true. That's
I love
Wrigley.
it. It's the charm.
No, you don't choose the obstructed seat.
Why not?
When you have other, when you
It's a
have
big
other,
baseball field. Like I can look a lot of places.
I'm going to do a lap anyway.
I was gonna say now, if you
Pitch
like
count.
to do a lap, if you like to roam,
Love
it's
a
a great
ballpark
deal.
lap. Love a
yeah,
the
ballpark
me
lap is
too.
going to take up like 4.5 innings now
Yep.
because of the pitch clock. So
it's a different world now in terms of speed of game.
that's
the
true.
lap
Right,
time, you
right.
have to go faster.
You get back, it's like the top of the 7th. If you like left in like the 2nd or 3rd inning, you make a full lap around. It's like what the? It's good. I like it. It's like wow, we're almost home.
It's why concession lines are a much bigger deal now.
Right.
Because
right,
fans
right.
are missing. Usually, you go to a concession line, have the worst line ever, go back to your seat, you've missed an out.
That's why these T-shirt cannons, these hot dog cannons, need to fire faster.
No, the
Higher
in-between inning break
velocity.
is still the same. It's still 2:30s. So there's still the same amount of in-game entertainment. That's not it. It's the concession lines while the game's going on. No fan wants to go get a dog and a beer and come back and have missed 3 innings.
Or a lemonade.
That is out of the question.
So now that we're just interrogating Lucy, you came from where? You landed in Miami, and you're now exploring this world, but you came from where?
Well, Pablo, my parents met about 30 years ago.
And when two people love each other,
I moved here from Los Angeles.
And two people have a 0-0 tie in tennis.
They're divorced now, so it's not a happy story. But I moved here from Los Angeles.
Oh.
well, Dan would definitely ask you a follow-up on that, but Pablo won't. So
Yeah,
you're
no,
in
I'm
good
like,
hands
yeah, I'm
today.
good on the potential trauma in that.
Yeah, it's not that fun.
Another coastal elite joining the fray.
Mm.
Sorry, listeners.
I'm not from Los Angeles. I just lived there for 2 years. I'm
Oh,
from North
yeah,
Carolina.
no, Lucy needs to be Meadowlark Media's Real America correspondent. Because
went
you
to
come
college in
from,
Iowa.
Went to Iowa.
Yes.
As
There's nothing
America's
more
it gets.
America than Iowa.
Yeah,
Why'd you choose Iowa?
that's where my dad went to school. I didn't just wake up and be like, I want to live in Iowa
Throw like
today.
a dartboard, like a dart and a dartboard, and like, all right.
Did he
Iowa.
demand you go to Iowa for him to pay for your school?
He did not want me to go to Iowa. I had my brother goes there now. We all had a great time. It's a huge party school. I very much got to campus and realized why he did not want me going to Iowa.
Why isn't that one of your fun facts?
I don't think it's that fun.
David,
got
you
an
don't know
extra
how
tooth,
to.
David. What did
the
you?
jukebox
We
way more
just saw
My
the
dad
tooth.
didn't want me to go to Iowa. Is a fun fact.
No,
for you?
that it's the biggest party school.
It's
well,
not the
that's-
and that
biggest.
I'm not a
That's
partier.
a fun fact about Iowa, not about Lucy.
Yeah.
A fun fact would be that she decided to go to Iowa not by a dartboard, but by rolling a skee ball.